I thought I'd do a follow-up to this morning's short message about releasing tension from our bodies by earthing or drumming, etc. And I thought of that primarily because I've been suffering from a lot of aches and pains. And as I was out on the dog walk this morning with Rafi, I got another thorn in my finger. And I thought, what is this all about? I keep getting sharp pain, so the bit of wood in my arm. I mean, it's not a very big piece, but it's being a bugger to get it out, and it's really painful. I mean, it's such a sharp pain. I also have a sharp pain in my very lower back at the top of my buttock, possibly sciatica or whatever, but it's been really, it's just suddenly recently come on, and it's a really sharp pain. Then I got the couple of thorns in my finger out this morning that just are really painful. I can feel them digging in, and I thought, okay, so what's this all about? Sharp pains, as if, I'm being stabbed by something all the time. And I'm sure you're aware that our physical bodies react to our emotional bodies. And this is, the part of shamanic healing, that it's not just taking physical symptoms, but it's looking at everything as a whole, the emotional, mental, spiritual, physical symptoms. And I believe that all our physical illnesses have a root cause in some emotional, energetic problem. Or whether that's this life or even past lives can affect us. Our ancestral karma can affect us hugely. And I've been working on this a lot for the last sort of 12 months, clearing my ancestral karma and all those wounds of lack of self-respect and fear and anger and all those things that I've inherited in my DNA from ancestors way back. The sort of things like I have a fear of having my freedom taken away. I mean, it's ridiculous in this day and age why I should have a fear like that, but it's a fear of being trapped, losing one's freedom, and also a fear of people taking advantage of me, however that might manifest. I mean, even something as simple as somebody not giving you the right change or whatever. And they're not major issues in my life, but they're things that definitely need clearing. Anyway, to get back to this, the sharpness that I'm receiving from somewhere, it got me thinking out on my walk, where might this have come from? It could be something as simple as somebody speaking badly of me. Not that anybody would, obviously. But, not everybody loves everybody. It could be something along those lines, but more serious. Somebody may have a grudge against me. One never knows. Or it could even be past life stuff, ancestral stuff, that I upset somebody in a different universe, if you like, in a different life. And I'm now picking up on it because I've been clearing so much other stuff that this is what's coming up for clearing. I mean, I've had some major ancestral wounds cleared, tight things around my neck, arrows in the head and that kind of thing, that it's not something I would try and do on myself, and of course I seek the help of other shamanic healers to help me on that. So to go back to these sharp pains, so I'm thinking, well, okay, so where might that come from and how can I clear it? So my first port of call would be to cut ties with any energies coming from other people. So I do that in the fire ceremony to cut any ties with energetic ties with other people and then you can reform them. It's not like you're cutting ties with people on a permanent basis if you don't want to, although that's an option too. But you cut a negative tie with somebody and then you can reform a relationship with them on a different level. If that didn't work, I would then seek to clear any soul energy, which is a similar sort of thing as cutting ties, but a more prolonged and in-depth healing. So I could do that for myself. And if that didn't work, I would then go on to seek help from a friend, who's a shamanic healer, to do an intrusion extraction, which basically means to remove any wedged in, deep, stuck energies that I can't do on my own. And it does take a practiced person to do this. It's not something you take on lightly, because removing dark energies and not disposing of them properly can cause all sorts of problems. So I came back into my healing hut this morning to do some work, and I thought I would choose, as I often do, I don't do it every day, but I often do, and I use these in my healing sessions as well, rainbow essences made by Stephen and Renata Ash. Beautiful, beautiful essences. They're a mix of flowers, crystals, stones, plants, crystals, I said that. So, randomly choosing out of the bag, I chose protection, the shield. Now, funnily enough, I've been doing this over the last week, and for the last 4 days I've chosen protection. So that kind of ties in with what I've been thinking, that there are some energies perhaps being sent to me, or I'm just clearing old stuff that I need a little help with. So this very lovely rainbow essence, which has in it gold, obsidian, sodalite, bramble, which is a great protector, blackthorn, and both bramble and blackthorn have got huge thorns on them, haven't they? So they're a really good protection. Buttercup and nettle. And nettle is also a boundaries plant, in so much as that, it's quite difficult to get through that stinging thing that they do. So I would take this, I would take 4 drops 3 times a day for a few days, until perhaps I choose something different, or I feel that the situation has passed. So I thought I'd just share that with you, a little bit about how shamanic healing can help with some aches and pains that you might have, and even much more serious things than that as well. So sharing my thoughts for today. Ciao for now. Bye.